Yo, guys, what is the kid? It's the kid. 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 Doublish, man. So here for this little football news roundup live show that I want to give to you, just give you a little bit of context during this international break. But of course, we have the GOAT, Ronaldo, Ireland against Portugal coming up tomorrow. Like I think Friday is the Italy game. Then of course we've got I think Brazil against Colombia, Argentina against Uruguay. Then obviously Brazil, Argentina next week. But I just thought there's some football news that we need to cover. But I mean the main thing I wanted to do for that is Xavi, the Xavi era. So obviously I've invited some Barca guys just to try and take us in depth into the rules that Xavi wants to bring, and just really talking about how good can a Xavi pretty much do in this new Barca era and moving forward. And I also want to touch upon Gerrard is pretty much almost confirmed to be the next Aston Villa coach, and addressing the World Cup as well, with regards to how Wenger is trying to ruin things and set up a World Cup every 2 years. So shout out to everybody. The live chat, sit back. I have my meal, have your nice meals, have your drinks and so forth. And, enjoy the show. And if there's anything desperately you want to put in or so forth, feel free to use the super chats, which is the donation button to donate to your boy, Half Hope, and for the football hearts to grow, man. So obviously I'm joined here by my guy, Mr. Mattman. So Mattman, what's popping, bro?
Yo, what's up, dude?
Yeah, all right, cool. So obviously before we get into the whole Xavi thing, I want us to maybe start off first with Gerrard. So Gerrard is now pretty much almost primed to now take over the job at Aston Villa. He's obviously been a manager at Rangers. He's now going to probably be the manager at Aston Villa. The reason why I bring this up is because, see, this is connected with Xavi as well. Because this is about great players who mean a lot to their clubs, becoming their club's managers. Now, everyone knows that eventually Gerrard is going to be the manager of Liverpool. That's just how it's going to happen based on how he's one of Liverpool's greatest players. It just has to happen. It happened with Kenny Dalglish. But he's taking his time because he knows that once I am now the manager of Liverpool, I want to be manager of Liverpool in the best possible tradition to give myself the best chance of success. So you look at him taking over at Aston Villa. I think this is going to be a tough job, much harder than what he did at Rangers, but it's great experience. So what do you make of how Gerrard is going through with regards to building up to become a Liverpool manager, doing at Rangers and so forth, as opposed to what Pirlo did, Lampard did, and also with Xavi as well?
I mean, I think he's being very smart. You can tell. You can also see I think he's aiming to be their greatest ever manager too, considering they had Benitez, right, in 05? Benitez, obviously Klopp now. And then I'm not too sure. I'm a lot younger, so I'm like 20, so I'm not really, I don't know much of the 2000s.
Okay, yeah. I mean, obviously, like they had, you had, I think they had Dalglish at one point. Obviously, they had Houllier, and so, but really, I think, and then obviously had Rodgers as well. But it's like, I think at one point they had, I'm not sure they had Jordan Barnes. I'm not sure. I know Jordan Barnes was manager of Celtic, but I'm not sure whether he was there for Liverpool. Maybe the live chats can help me out there, man. But
it's a good move. It's a good move, though.
Yeah, no. So. Do you? Would you? Villa. This is the Premier League.
Yeah,
they're not near the relegation zone. He has experience. Well, the experience he has is in the Scottish League. Do you think this is the right move for him to go for an Aston Villa, or should he have gone to maybe like more towards a mid-table club? Or do you think this is the right way for him to go, even if he's going to find it way harder than saying what's up in Scotland?
I mean, isn't Villa already 10 right now? 10th place right now or something?
Oh, no. I'll show you where Villa is right now, because they sacked their manager because they've not been doing so well.
Because I know when they had Grealish, I know they were like maybe top 8, but I don't know how the well they're doing.
Because they're not, these boys ain't doing so well, bro. They are 16th.
I mean,
and look at that. They've lost. Look at. They probably have the worst form. So I mean, you may say it's hard that they sacked Dean Smith, but look at that, 5 Ls.
Yeah, they failed 5 Ls. Wait, Villa have what's the dude's name?
Leon Bailey.
No, didn't they buy the striker from Southampton last year?
Oh, Danny Ings.
Yeah, isn't he been? I heard he's been doing decent, but is
Yeah,
it
I
not
mean,
enough?
but 5Ls are 5Ls, bro.
Yeah, true.
So the issue is that you're coming into a very problematic situation. For me, I think any experience is good experience. Any experience is good experience. But you coming, because my point is, because I think it's going to go into that, because I said for Lampard, bro, you can't just spend one season at Derby County and think you can take over at Chelsea. That's crazy. And Matt, do you know what's even crazier? There's some psychopaths on Twitter who said that that Lampard getting top four with a transfer ban and no Hazard was a greater achievement than Tuchel winning the Champions League with Chelsea.
That's
no. See, this is the kind of madness and psychotic nature that you have to deal
but
with.
That would be like me saying Koeman was better than Enrique because he took a bad Barcelona side to top four.
Yeah. No. It's the same thing. But they wouldn't send to Koeman because, again, Koeman isn't as loved or revered as Lampard is with Chelsea and so forth. But it just shows you the kind of levels of and madness that these guys are going with, man. But so, God's feeling, if he goes to Villa, how well do you think he does?
Like top 10, top 12.
Oh, so you think he gets top 10 or 12?
Yeah, like I can't see him getting top 6. That's just. I mean, if he does that, then that's a big dud. But I don't know. I haven't like.
But
he isn't.
Sorry,
like,
go for it.
It's like I don't want to. I know management is different from players, but like, Xavi is a much more intelligent type of dude compared to Gerrard. No offense to Gerrard.
Damn.
No offense. Like, I mean, like,
you can't say no offense.
Yeah,
that's
true,
insulting.
True.
No, basically, you're saying that he's more intelligent than Gerrard.
Like in terms of the game.
Okay.
Not like
Oh no. So that's what he said. He has a higher football IQ than Gerrard.
I mean, that could help. It doesn't help for like maybe everyone, but I just think like there's like that's the standards for both clubs are different, so it's hard to compare. Like Barcelona is, with the history, it's like you have your one guy and you have to build a foundation for them, and you have to like Laporta made it clear, like we have to. There's no transition years, so every year you have to go 3 competitions.
Like, but I mean, because again, the whole point is that Gerrard is going to eventually become the manager of Liverpool, and my thing though is, you see, and this is something I try to explain to people. Gerrard as a player, fantastic, amazing. The guy was absolutely outstanding. I don't know how good he is as a manager. Yeah, you have to commend him based on the job he's done for Rangers because Celtic have dominated. But I think that I call it the Disney Plus drug is very addictive, and also it's very dangerous because people are so desperate for the fairy tale story, and the fairy tale story similar with Chelsea. That is why Chelsea fans were so hard to accept that Lampard failed, because Chelsea fans were so desperate that this is one of our most beloved players. He has to succeed, even if he's clearly out of his depth and he clearly isn't up to the level of this kind of management. People just felt like he has to succeed. So even if he's failing, people just wanted to ignore that because the fans as a whole, they never turned on Lampard. See, I did. I turned on Lampard. I was like, no, get this bum out of this freaking club. But a lot of those fans, they refuse to turn on Lampard. And that's why it is so dangerous to have this. Because let's say Gerrard becomes Liverpool manager eventually, and you know how much Liverpool fans cherish and love Gerrard, and he goes on a losing run. They do really, really badly. It's going to be very hard for Liverpool fans to be like, bro, sack this freaking dude.
He'd get the Ollie treatment over there.
Oh, for sure.
Like if he stays, oh well. If he leaves, it's okay. Because that's how people are treating Ollie right now, from what I see.
Yeah, but because my thing is that you have to be cutthroat, and I think that, which is why it's interesting because we're going to get into this whole Xavi thing because it's almost comparing two cultures. Because I think in England, people put a lot of stock into loyalty, and how much a person goes to the club. 'Cause I remember during the whole
Well,
Chelsea run, guys, I remember I was watching ESPN FC. This is when Chelsea were just trash. And then they asked Steve Nicol that, no, should Lampard, should he be sacked? And Steve Nicol just said, I don't know. It just feels wrong to sack Lampard. It just feels wrong. What do you mean it just feels wrong?
just get him out.
No, it's like, is he good or is he bad? But because you're so wrapped up in sentiment, and guys in England are such sentiment merchants, they couldn't divorce themselves from Lampard, the player, and what he means to the club, and the fact that, okay, you're not the manager, we're not judging you objectively how good you are of a manager. And that's why it's so dangerous to bring in a player that is beloved, because if Gerrard comes into Liverpool and they start doing trash and losing games, will Liverpool fans as a whole say, sack this dude? I don't think they could, because of how much they love the guy. You know?
Yeah.
Before you come to the Xavi thing, so Osman, your thoughts on Gerrard becoming the manager of Villa?
On Gerrard?
Yeah.
I think it's a good move for him. It gets him closer to Liverpool, especially for someone who eventually wants to coach, and he didn't make his feelings hidden. Aston Villa, they're a good club, good mid-table club. So if he can get them playing good football and avoid relegation, that's a win. And yeah, I think it's a good move for him.
All right, man. So, guys, let's now go to our main topic for tonight, man, which is the reason why we are here, man. So it's fully confirmed. It's fully real. He's here. Xavi is the next manager of Barcelona. It's here. Now, let me just reiterate my thoughts about this, and then we can dive in, because I really want to talk about the rules he's put into place. I think this is a bad move, and I'll tell you why this is a bad move. Now, I feel that Xavi should take hold of Barcelona eventually, but I think this is bad timing. I believe that Laporta, he brought this in because he wanted the fans on his side. And this is a kind of hire that will paper over the cracks and the issues that are going on. The serious issues that Barcelona have, that even Xavi said, Xavi even said in his statement that we need all of your support. Barca are in a serious financial situation right now, and we need all of your support. When you're dealing with something so tough and so hard, if I'm Laporta, I need an experienced hand. Because what I want is, Xavi, we know what you mean to this club. You're a legend to this club. So I want to give you the keys to this club when the club is in a better state, a much better state, and in a healthier state. So you can come in and you can make transfers. You can buy players. You have a wealth of talents to choose from. The situation that Barca are in, where you don't have that much money to spend, the talent is there, but it's not the most amazing talent. There are key guys who are injured. You need to get results. And you must get top four. Whatever happens, forget about whether you win a trophy or not, you must get that Champions League money and remain in Europe continually, while you just slowly build up and slowly chip away and get back into your proper financial state. But the issue is, if it's a situation now where you're just throwing him into the lion's den right now, you're just throwing him into the wolves right now, it's looking a bit dodgy. But look, he's here right now, and he's put forth some rules. So he's brought back fines. He says that managers are now going to be monitored. But actually, before we even get into the rules, so Matt, I feel that this is a bad move. No, so that this is bad timing. I'm not against Xavi being manager, but I feel that this is the wrong time for him to be manager. So Matt, do you still believe that this is the right time for Xavi to be manager of Barca?
Yes and no. My first pick was Ten Hag.
But that's not feasible, though.
I know. Like, there wasn't anyone else, because everyone else is either taken or there's really no one out there. That's why. I mean, he was my second choice, Xavi, but just not ideal for the situation.
But you're still happy with the move because you said that he's your second choice. So tell me why you are happy with him being manager right now. Ousmane Dembele, he's injured, and Zafati, he's in and out. Transfer issues, money's not there to be spent. So you actually really need to manage and eke out results. So why do you think it's the right move right now for Xavi?
I think it's similar to the whole Lampard thing when he was at his first year. Like no one was going to jump on his back. You know what I mean? And I think him coming to the situation, I don't think it's gonna put like. I think fans are gonna be patient compared to Koeman because Koeman just, he talked a lot of crap.
So if Barcelona finish 6th or 7th, Barca fans will be patient.
I mean,
because see with Chelsea are a very weird club because Barcelona for best part of a decade it's been Barca Real. Chelsea are a team who can come 6th, 7th. For a long time, Chelsea were coming 6th, 7th, 6th, 7th. So Chelsea can launch like a yo-yo club, very much up and down. Barca, based on what they are, based on the massive stock that they've built and so forth, are you saying Barca fans will accept losing to Lugo and so forth, coming 7th and 8th for a season?
I mean, to be fair, have hope. We have been for the past couple of years.
Coming 7th.
I mean, no, I meant like losing the team like those, dropping points to team like those the past couple of years.
That always happens, but it's different from, okay, you lose them and you finish 6th, you finish 5th, you finish outside of the top 4. There's no Champions League football. You're now in Europa. So, as a Barca fan, are you willing to accept that for like the next 2 years? Now, I'm not saying it will happen.
No, I wouldn't. But like, it's just I just think there's been a lot of behind the scenes that have been a part of it. I think like half the hate is from that. Because like Koeman was a Bartomeu signing, so I think knowing that people just like they weren't like accepting of Koeman, especially you saying how bad of a job he was doing. I mean, we have to see the first couple of games for Xavi because I need to know what the team looks like. Also, like I don't know if we will get to the rule soon, but like there was one rule that said meritocracy.
No, we'll get to the rules. Okay, so in general, so you're happy with Xavi coming in now because you're happy to give him time and give him time to fail, and you're ready for like a long process.
Yes.
Okay, Osman, happy with Xavi coming in now.
Yeah, I think this is actually the smartest thing that Laporta could do because Xavi is Barcelona tailor-made, right? He's someone who knows Barcelona better than anyone.
But what does that mean, though?
What that means? Well,
like no, because okay, him knowing Barca through and through, does that guarantee success?
No, nothing is ever guaranteed. It's the same with Pep, right? That wasn't guaranteed at all, and he came from Barcelona B. And it was the same with Luis Enrique. No, nothing was ever guaranteed, but they made things work. They had a philosophy. They had standards.
A philosophy with better players and Messi, one of the most talented players of all time. See, you can't forget that. Yet that philosophy, but they had a talented team with one of the most talented players of all time. Stuff that Xavi doesn't have.
So I don't actually disagree with you, but I think what Xavi does have is a core. He has a core of players who need guidance. And Xavi coming in also as someone who has been part of that past core of amazing players and who has achieved the pinnacle of success is something that these young players need.
So, okay. So you are happy with him coming in then?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna get into the rules, man. So let me just take this dub, man. So shout out to your boy Hassan, man. Says that relax, Paisley is our greatest ever manager. Then Klopp. Either way, Gerrard at the wheel, Gerrard at the wheel. P.S. I would do 20 to life for Gerrard. You see, this is what I'm talking about. You see, this is what guys were doing at Lampard. So my thing is, if Gerrard became manager and he was holding L's to Torquay and bombs and so forth, would guys like Hassan say, get rid of this freaking bomb? He wouldn't. He wouldn't. Shout out to your boy Ralph, man. Thank you for the donation, man. Thank you for the donation, Ralph. So let's look at the rules that he's now bringing in, because look, anytime a new manager comes in, you want to shake things up. You want to really show that, okay, this is a new era where we're doing things a bit differently. So the first interesting one is fines. Now, here's the thing. Why weren't fines already in place?
We're broke, right?
Yes, okay.
And we can barely pay the players, so I mean, I don't know about the whole status of the money, but I think it's gotten better. Like I heard, most of the players took contract payments, or down payments. I think.
Yeah.
Deferred payments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
That's what I meant. Yeah. So, I mean, it's weird because I didn't think. The only one I could think of was maybe Dembele, because with the whole video games thing. Remember that? I didn't know if that was true.
Let the guy game.
I know. I didn't know if that was true or not. But if that was true and he didn't get penalized, then that is poor management of the club. Because I get he's young, but come on. But besides that, I don't really remember a time where we fined players. The only time I could think of was maybe, I remember one time, this was back during Luis Enrique's reign. I think we had lost a game that Messi was benched for.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think he didn't show up to train at all the next day. And then Enrique wanted to give him the biggest fine ever. But Xavi was like, no, that's not the way to do it. And then they went on to win the treble, of course.
Oh,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Because at first the players weren't getting along with Luis Enrique. I think it was early in the season.
Yeah, it was
and
mid-season.
Messi was sick, and then he didn't show up. And then the media spun it as, oh, there's Messi and Luis Enrique beef. And then Xavi was doing the media intermediary stuff. But they got over that.
So let's go through these rules one more. So first one, players must arrive for training at least an hour and a half early. That's fair. So basically, yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Remember when Aguero showed up an hour early? And there was no power?
You see, that's just deep, man. That's just deep.
That wasn't his fault that he didn't get to train.
So basically, is he saying that if people arrive, then we're now guaranteed that there's actually going to be power there?
Hopefully.
All right. So that's it. Staff must arrive at least 2 hours early. Cool. Players must eat at Ciutat Esportiva. So obviously that players must eat in the compound. So look, this is a case of creating cohesion, squad cohesion, team cohesion, and so forth. All right. That's fair. Fines will be in place for lateness and will multiply per offense. Now, this is where things get interesting. The US. Now, I know he's injured, but let's just say that Ousmane Dembele is now fit. Now, Xavi has said that Ousmane Dembele is one of the key guys for Barcelona. So if it's a case that Ousmane Dembele and so forth is now late several times and so forth, and he now gets fined, and it's going to be interesting to see how Xavi now handles that with regards to Ousmane Dembele, who he already knows is one of your key players, and how is because I think obviously things have been lax before Xavi's come because of all of the issues. So let me come to Osman with this. Do you see a potential clash between the US and Xavi?
I don't think so, because Dembele idolizes players like Xavi. So for Xavi to come in, Dembele, I believe, is actually going to be extremely motivated to prove something to his idol.
Okay, so you're saying that he didn't respect Koeman?
Nobody respected Koeman. A lot of players didn't. Let's be real. I know Koeman was like, yeah, we want Dembele to stay and all this stuff, but behind the scenes, Dembele and his agent were looking for a way out.
Mm.
Dembele's agent was pimping him to United and to Chelsea. So where was the respect there? It wasn't much. So and he was injured anyway. So like there's that.
Okay.
But I think Xavi coming in just really reinforces the fact that he actually talks very highly of Dembele. Always has.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so this is the thing. Xavi, when Xavi was a player, he had Pep, right? And Pep is he's very strict in the way he does things,
Yeah.
So I think Xavi knowing that, learning from Pep, I think
And also Pep is going to advise him for sure. He's going to go to advice for Pep.
Yeah, because Pep is very like cutthroat. You saw what he did with Sane,
Yeah.
So like Xavi, I think, because we saw like Coleman doesn't do it. Valverde was, his tactics were good, but like he just wasn't like an alpha,
Mm.
So I think with Xavi, like Xavi is an alpha dude, especially with the way he presented it himself the other day. I think we're gonna see like a lot of like better attitudes in the dressing room, hopefully.
Okay. And so we're saying not arriving at home after 12 a.m. Starting sports are awarded completely based on performances in training. There are no guarantees for any players. Risky activities such as surfing are prohibited during the season. Players must represent Barca properly, whether they are around the club or away holiday. Now, this is the one I want to get. Starting sports completely based on performances in training. Now, I want to.
That's my favorite one.
Now, this is I want to bring up this image because this is for me. This is the one that I'm most interested in because Xavi played with Busquets and he played with Piqué. And the key thing is Xavi going to be able to be a big boy and say, I know that I played with you guys and I know that I'm friends with you guys. Does he have the balls to drop Piqué, to drop Busquets, to drop Alba, and pretty much drop the guys who obviously aren't really bringing it in training? So, Matt, do you think that Xavi is going to be like, no, bro, you guys are washed. I know we're friends, I know we're close and everything, man, but you guys are washed. Do you think that he'll have the balls to bench the old guard and the guys who are not really bringing it?
Yep. He definitely will. Not only that, it's not the old guard that I'm worried about. I'm also worried about the players we have now. Because I feel like Coleman and Valverde, and even I think Setien, they had favorites. You could just tell they had the favorites. Because I think Valverde, him and what's it called, Dembele didn't get along too well.
Yeah,
I know Setien and what's his name, Arthur. Setien, kicked Arthur out basically. And obviously Coleman, he kicked out Pjanic and tried to kick out Pooch, but everyone loves Pooch, so he's not going.
Yeah.
So it's I think
because that's the thing. Like when you're friends with somebody, bro, he's really good friends with these guys.
I mean, Coleman was loyal to De Jong.
And also Piqué would say, bro, I cut my wage for this club, and we know how much Piqué means to Barca. So can Xavi, because it's very easy to say this, can Xavi put that kind of friendship and closeness aside and be like, Piqué, sorry, you're not playing for these games.
I mean, if Piqué says anything, all Xavi has to say is A2.
And then that's going to create a beef. Because my thing is that what role does Piqué have in the dressing room? How popular is he in the dressing room? And will dropping him create somewhat of a rift? Because that's another key thing.
Yeah, but this is the thing, dude. He's not even the most respected captain. Busquets is the most respected captain. That's the thing.
And what if if he drops Busquets and doesn't play Busquets and Busquets has an issue with that?
Busquets
is that going to now mess up the dressing room dynamics?
He won't have an issue with it. Piqué and Alba, I can see him having an issue. Busquets, no.
I
That's
don't
the thing.
necessarily agree with that personally. I think
Well, Busquets. Well, I mean, Koeman did bench Busquets a couple times last season during the first half, especially against that game against Juve. No beef at all. There was no like fights or anything. But like, I don't know. It's just whenever I see PK, like just on the touchline, like I've been watching him for years. Obviously, just like if something's not going well, he like makes it very clear. The manager, like you can just tell.
Okay, so Osman, you say you don't agree. Why don't you agree, Osman?
I think it's not a matter of just benching so and so players and using others. I think Xavi is gonna get the maximum out of try and get the maximum out of everybody. Because if it's anything that Xavi knows about Busquets and PK, it's how they are utilized. And I think rather than seeing them totally discarded from the team, I think Busquets and PK are gonna face a stern reality that they aren't in fact guaranteed as much playing time as they would like. And I think that might inspire something in them, especially.
Now, I want to bring up another player, but let me just deal with some of these dubs. So, from Boy King Gabani, I think there's a reminder that Niang has been better than Kai this season. Umbani, no. Relax. Don't you dare put Niang and Kai Havertz in the same sentence. Relax. Detroit Roxy says that as a show of respect, we'll deliver Barca #December 8th. How worried are you for December 8th in the match against Thingy?
This is what we call modern day bullying. It's like if the big kid picked on the little kid, dude.
No, but because I'm just saying, I mean, like these, because you realize that these guys will not show any mercy.
I mean, as long as Muller's on the pitch, you know, they're just nothing's gonna get soft. So
I expect a full squad December 8th. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, now I want to bring up this name here now, and guys, we're living in the era of #honesty, man. Now, let's keep it real. This guy has flopped.
No,
ultimately,
no.
Let me explain.
A very strong word.
Let me explain.
Griezmann was a flop.
No. But let me explain. Based on how good this guy was at Ajax, how well he played, the hype around him, how he was compared to a Xavi, people calling him the Dutch Xavi, he has flopped. And he literally has not really made anywhere towards an impact for this team. His performances for Netherlands have been far superior than he's done for Barcelona. And I think that the lack of control and presence he's had in midfield has been underwhelming. Because we can have a conversation about the Ten Hag tax, because I can tell you about Ziyech underperforming. De Ligt has not been that great for Juve. And let's also be real, the De Jong for Barca is not the same De Jong that we see for that we saw for Ajax. So in my view, based on what was promised and his performances, he's been a flop. At best, he's been under par. At best, he's been under par. So my thing to you, Matt, is Xavi is a midfielder, one of the most definitive, iconic midfielders of his generation. Do you feel that the introduction, remember, Koeman was a right back. So do you think the introduction of Xavi is going to greatly help Frenkie de Jong, who needs some freaking guidance?
Okay, this is a tricky thing. For all the things, for all the teams he's played for, he's played a different position for all of them. Because under Valverde, he played more like as an advanced midfielder. Under Koeman, he's more like box to box type. And then I think under Setien, he was Setien was only a few months, so we can't really judge that much. But he was always moved around in midfield. He hasn't been like a consistent spot. Because in Ajax, he was the DM. In Netherlands, I think he's also the DM who dictates. And here at Barca, it's Busquets dictates. So he's having to like
do a dilemma. Now we have a dilemma.
Because in Netherlands or in what's it called Ajax, who was the Busquets?
It's him.
Yeah. Because what De Jong's doing right now is what Wijnaldum is doing for Netherlands as being like more an advanced player, you know?
And that's really that's not his strength.
Yeah, I think when Busquets is gone and Xavi gets the rhythm right, I think we'll see a more consistent.
So my thing though is he going to come in and say, Busquets, you're old. I don't trust you in a lot of these games, and in many of these games, the mistake has been you, which has led to a goal. So you have been directly involved in a goal from the opposing team. Sit out for a few games. De Jong is now the prime main DM for this team. Do you think Xavi makes that big decision?
I mean, I think De Jong would do well, but I just need to make something clear. Like, I'm not saying De Jong will flop. I think he'll be really great, but I don't think we're ever gonna produce someone as good as Busquets in a long time.
Ever. At all.
Yeah. Similar to the whole Messi thing. So I don't want to be harsh on him because we never seen an Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets.
Yeah.
So I think it is a bit unfair to compare him to that or expect him to be like that. So that's my stance on it.
Osman, what about you? What's your stance?
I see no reason why Busquets and De Jong can't work together in the midfield with Pedri, because there's no reason.
But if the idea is that his strength is the DM, and Thingy is the DM, and he's not playing in his strongest position, that's where you have the dilemma.
I don't consider Frankie an out-and-out single pivot DM. I don't think Frankie can do what Busquets does. We've never seen it at any point in his career. He's always had a partner in midfield. With Ajax, he had
Jong.
Van de Beek.
Yep.
With the Netherlands, he had De Roon. He had someone else. And he can't. I mean, if Xavi was to play some sort of 4-3-3, I don't see Frankie being at the base of that, because Busquets has always been and always will be integral in that 4-3-3.
So even at his age, you still feel that Busquets has to have a starting place in this team?
I think Busquets' role is very, very important, and I think Xavi recognizes that.
I think he should be benched more often, but it needs to be 20 to 30 games a season instead of 50.
So basically, I'm seeing a bit of a difference in it. So Osman, you're saying that Busquets still has a major part to play in this team in this season at his age, and Matt, you're saying that he should be benched because see, the idea is that look, you look at Busquets at Barca, he has some good games and he has some games where the guy's exposed. But then I look at Busquets for Spain, and bro, the guy had 2 or 3 man of the match performances at the Euros, and the guy was money with.
Well,
Pedri.
The foundation is different for Spain. Spain have a lot of good young players right now.
Well, they also have a competent coach
and a better back four too.
Well, what I would argue that is it's a matter of how to use their players to the maximum, right? Because I can't sit here and say that all these players have been used to their max, right? What role has Frankie de Jong been given to complement the Barcelona midfield?
So you're saying that Frankie's role should be at the base with Busquets, both of them at the base?
Yeah, but Busquets works by himself,
Well, what I would
that's
say,
the problem.
I mean, I wouldn't say they should necessarily share the roles, but I think Busquets can be at, in front of the defense, do his thing in part in terms of distributing, the balls. And I think that Frankie de Jong can have a presence between the final third and the, midfield.
No, because see the whole points of Barca, and I'm thinking Xavi's way is Barca are an attack-minded team, and they're a forward-thinking team. Having two guys at the base, you're not talking Mourinho Chelsea, you're not talking Simeone at Athletic, because the whole point of Busquets is that you guys go up. I'm going to hold the fort here because we want as many players up as possible to give us the best opportunity to try and say what's up at the further end. So you now taking one other midfielder, holding him back, that is one less attacking option when we now go out and attack, which is important for how Barcelona plays. So the whole point of Busquets is because he reads the game so well. He knows where to position himself, how to intercept counterattacks, and how to quickly recycle the ball and get the attacks going. So if you're saying, when I now bring De Jong in there, you're now handicapping Barca's attack. If you get what I'm saying,
can I say something?
Go for it. Oh shit! I think Matt's caught up, but I think he'll be back.
Okay.
So Osman, so do you get what I'm saying there?
I actually agree with you, but I think for me, Frankie has more of an attacking role than a defensive role. I think Frankie is a lot more attacking, and I think he's more capable in doing and progressing the ball forward than Busquets is.
Hello?
But no. Oh yeah. Okay. So
Sorry.
yeah,
Sorry.
You got cut off. Yeah, you got cut off. So, go for it, bro. Go for it.
Oh damn! What was I gonna say?
So we're talking about how so Busquets and plays that DM role by himself because it allows Barca to attack. But if he puts Frankie back there, that means it restricts what Xavi may want to do in terms of how he wants to attack with as many players as possible.
Oh yeah. So last season under Coleman, when we first started, we were doing the 4-2-3-1. Remember? But like the problem was Busquets was playing so badly. And that double pivot with De Jong, because like it's a lot different. You have to like do a lot more running, obviously, because we're playing with like a 2 in midfield, then like either Coutinho or Messi at the 10. So it was basically just those two. So like De Jong was still doing decent. It's just Busquets, with the legs gone, he had to do a lot more running, and that's like the worst thing to do to Busquets because he isn't a runner.
He can't run. No, he can't run.
He isn't Conte,
Yeah, no. Now, let me just take this dub. I don't want to come through. So, shout out to your boy. Thank you for the dub, Cristiano Rivera Gomez, man. Thank you for the dub. Laporta shipped out Dino and Etso when Pep asked him to. If these cows cause trouble for Xavi, Laporta will not hesitate to send them to the slaughter. Let me tell you why this is a bit different. Last I checked, Dino and Etso are in Catalan. Busquets and Piqué, they are Catalan. And them being Catalan means that they have a closer relation to the kind of Barca way and the Barca fabric than these other guys do. Now, I'll say this right now, and guys, I'll keep on saying this. I will say this for all time until the aliens come and take over Earth. The worst thing Pep did in his entire career is swap Etso for Ibrahimovic. That is the worst thing. That is the worst thing Pep has done in his entire career. As one of the worst transfer deals of all time. So that was just stupid. But here's the thing, though. I think Laporta is going to fully defend Xavi. Put it this way: if Laporta has to choose between Xavi and Piqué or Xavi and Busquets, Xavi wins 100%. Like Xavi will win. But what I'm saying though is, it's going to be a case of they can't be benched. So if, let's say, he says, let me just create an example. He comes and says, yo, Piqué, Busquets, thanks, boom, not it. Araujo, you're now the prime defender with Garcia or whoever, De Jong, you're now the DM. Cool. Now, but if you don't sell them and you keep them in the dressing room, that's good, because what you don't want is a power struggle. That's what you don't want. Because see, we don't know exactly. So we can only speculate. We don't know exactly how the dynamics of that dressing room work. So we don't know how popular either Piqué or Busquets is compared to Xavi. Because we all know that everybody respects and loves Xavi. But we don't know that, all right, if it now comes to a case of where you don't have to choose between Busquets and Thingy and Xavi, it's going to be interesting. Because it's what happened with Mourinho. But Mourinho's first season, Mourinho was the god. When Mourinho came back, I'm a Mourinho fucking fan, but he's my guy. But there was a dressing room rift, and it was Mourinho versus the senior players at Chelsea, and the senior players won. And here's the thing: the players normally always win. I think that this may be the rare instance that the manager will win, because as much of a culture Mourinho is, Xavi is different. Xavi literally is an icon. He's an iconic figure. So I don't know how, if it becomes a player versus manager thing, I don't know how Busquets or Piqué wins that based off Xavi. Shout out to boy King Bani. He says, December 8th, 2021, a deliverance service by Bayern Ministries featuring lead apostle Lewandowski, Pastor Jadabri, and the Munich choir, the baptism of Xavi uncut. guys, are you worried about? You see, here's my thing. Whenever people just say something's going to happen, the opposite happens. But all I'm saying is that, are you slightly worried with regards to what may happen on December 8th?
The
Specifically
only thing I'm worried about is
with
Benfica,
Xavi sitting in the dugout, because what I don't want is Xavi in the dugout and then in the background it says like 7-1. I don't, especially in the Camp Nou, I don't want that. So are you worried about
It's
what
at the
what
Allianz.
Xavi could witness?
As long as we get second place, I don't really care.
Yeah, exactly, dude. As long as we beat Benfica, like we could just like play the B team or something.
Bayer can have bragging rights about winning the
Yeah.
group stage. They can have that. I don't care.
Yeah, dude. It's just the Benfica game is like the only thing that have my mind on right now.
No. That's going to be big. So let me
Yeah.
bring in I'm going to bring in this now. Now look, I have made no
Have
qualms
hope.
that have hope. Look, I've made no qualms that this is one of my favorite players. Hands down, this is one of my favorite players in the world. Like, ever since my son at Dublin, I was like, bro, I love this kid. This kid plays football the way football should be played. And this guy is just super, super, super talented. And I've always said, as long as this guy is fully fit, he's one of the exciting players. And I still believe, because I think Gnabry said this, and Gnabry echoes what I said, that he's a better footballer than Mbappe. Mbappe has just been more effective and has done more. But if you just say Mbappe is best, Dembele is best, Ousmane Dembele has more at his tools and is more talented and has more ability than Mbappe has. So what this guy could potentially do is extraordinary. But the issue is him keeping fit. Now, I heard something. Apparently, Xavi has been critical of the Barca medics and said that the Barca medical team has been screwing up and not
They've
looking
been
after Ousmane Dembele.
Dude, they've been
Correct.
class B for like the past 3 years.
Correct.
Literally.
So, is it a case of hiring a better medical team or just sending him to Germany? Because really, Germany have always been like tier one in terms of
Also, I think
I'm looking after guys.
I think like I mean I think a big problem with it was the whole training thing again. Like if you're not training enough, like getting enough like doing enough in training, I think it does mess with your, injuries. Because they did say we haven't been training that much, apparently. So maybe if like I mean
What?
from the reports I've seen or from what I've heard, I think like because you saw Aguero, he showed up an hour early and no one was there. So like if these players aren't training enough, they're obviously going to get like injured since they're not well prepared.
So what exactly was Koeman doing if these guys weren't training?
That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know. If I can add more,
Yes, sir.
I think what Xavi specified in his press conference was that players with special qualities, specific needs, need special attention. And a player like Dembele, who has explosive sprints and who has acceleration that exceeds everyone else, on his best day, Dembele is the best player in the whole team, the fastest, I would say.
Oh yeah, he is.
And so with that,
so you would put him better than Fati?
Yep.
Yeah.
Better dribbler, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. It's actually to know because see, I would, but I just want to just say okay.
Fati's the better goal scorer, but.
So what I would say to that is that specifically Dembele has never been taken care of. And when you look at the special players at Barcelona, Ronaldinho was taken care of. Messi was specifically taken care of. And Dembele, I'm not saying he's Ronaldinho. I'm not saying he's Messi. I'm saying he's such a special player with what he brings to the field. And we all saw that when he came off the bench and he blew past all those Dynamo Kiev players. That's what he can offer. And so if you're not taking care of those needs, those qualities in training, how's that going to translate on a field where everything is faster paced and the game could be 90 to 120 minutes of explosive sprinting? How does that translate if it's not worked on in practice? And I think that's what Xavi will bring, because he said it himself. Dembele is a special player and he needs to be looked and cared after. And he has a team that's dedicated to that.
Shout out to your boy, Mr. Man says, give Uncle Moo the oos and crazy things will happen. Fire emoji. I'm not too sure about that.
Okay, can I say something?
Go for it.
You remember when Valverde was sacked midway season?
Yes.
And they had the whole Messi. They had like this drama. I think Messi and Abidal, because Abidal called out the players for not trying. Apparently.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the Messi took issue with that and everything. Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know if this is true. I think when Setien came in, he went to the training session. I don't know if he said it publicly or if it was just a rumor, but he literally said, "I was shocked with the condition of the players." I mean, is there something there?
Wait, sorry. Say again. So who was shocked with the condition of the players?
Setien.
You know, when Setien first came in, I don't know if it was just a rumor, or if it was true. I have to double check, but I think
it was true. I think
he did say it.
Yeah, he did. But my thing with Setien is that he didn't have personality.
True.
So
and he also lost 8-2 as well, which
that was his fault.
But that did relate to the whole Abidal thing, not trying, because like people were having questions. Are these players just knowing that we have Messi and knowing that they have their starting positions? Are they just like let's just play, get our money, and leave?
I think the problem with what Abidal did was that Abidal defended the board.
Oh yeah, that was
because as a former player, he's entirely complicit in what the board did. So for him to turn around and blame the players when he has a corrupt president in front of him and he doesn't say anything, that was the issue. But that was kind of a hypocritical move of him, especially to go in an interview and just air out dirty laundry.
Oh yeah.
So wait, let me just take some. Then I want to just ask. We'll round off this. So Waski Jackson statement say Waski to content cracks confirmed. Here we go, guys. For the Twitch subs tonight, man. We're going to be doing pro clubs. Obviously, we're going to go on Twitch fully tomorrow night for everyone on Twitch. But for the subs, if you're a sub on Twitch, content cracks return and LSK Laxon is a new signing for us, man. So you join us on Twitch for that, man. English talent.
Is he a defensive midfielder for his club?
Who? Oh, look. Let's put United to one bloody side. I think United. I think Arsenal are actually above United right now. So, English Talents FC says if the Us was English, people would slate him.
No.
No. Look, this guy's just a pro British.
If anything, if he was white, people wouldn't hate on him so much.
Thank you. Yeah. So your boy Chris says Bartomeu should be on the FBI's most wanted list. Single-handedly destroyed the club. There has to be a documentary done, because there has to be a proper documentary done as to how the hell can one. Because I'm still standing by this view. You can say only once, but I'm still standing by this view that this was an inside job. I 100% that this was an inside job, and that Bartomeu was hired to 100% screw up these dudes from the inside. I fully believe that. That's an inside job. So I want to bring up and grab it now, guys. See, now this graphic might be a little bit graphic, but try not to be too alarmed, man.
I just want everyone to remember that Bartomeu hired a third company social media group to slander prominent Barcelona players and former coaches.
Look, man, it's.
I'm just saying.
It gets deep, man. It gets deep, man. So Barca 9th. So this is what Xavi is coming into, man.
Correct.
The 9th. So 12 games played, 4 wins, 5 draws, 3 losses, 17 points. Equal on points with Valencia and so forth. So I'm gonna ask a tough question. And also this is a question to the live chat as well. The title is gone. That's gone. That's going to be a power struggle between Atletico and Real. So it's going to be a Madrid struggle for the crown. Do you believe Xavi will get top 4 with Barcelona this season?
Yeah.
He has to.
No. I don't want to hear
to.
has to. I don't want to hear has to. I'm talking. I'm a definitive mention. So I told you that put that hopeful side. So Osman, you say yes.
Yes,
Why do you say he will?
because with Xavi comes a system and comes a set of ideas that can be implemented by the players that we have at our disposal. I know people think that we don't have like good players, but actually we do. And we have players that are actually very capable of beating the likes of Rayo, the likes of Cadiz. What prevented us from winning those games was a coherent, system, a coherent game plan that we could actually see on the field to get us those results. And so I see no reason why we can't get top four.
Yeah,
Matt, do you echo that?
I agree. It's just a matter if we can keep Fati and Dembele fit, those two specifically, because Fati is going to be out for another 6 weeks.
Oh my
sadly.
god!
Yeah, because I think he had a hamstring injury or something.
I thought it was 3.
I have to double check, but I know he's out for at least.
I read
4
3
weeks.
more weeks. It was originally 6, and then it decreased to 3 somehow.
Okay.
Okay. So Osman, you're saying for sure top 4, and Matt, you're saying
top 4.
Okay, top
it's
4.
possible.
Okay. So now this is weird. So let me just. I'm gonna say, H, did you hear what Giroud said about Benzema? Okay.
Jesus.
So now this is what I just found because I had to go and do some perusing on the internet. And this is what I found here. I think this was from a few days ago. So from Giroud, Benzema's return to the national team has created a tactical imbalance. The change could not be done overnight, especially in the Euros. Now, what I say to Giroud is Nations League, because this tactical imbalance did not make any sense in Nations League. And even if we use the Euros, Mr. Giroud, Benzema did his bits. The reason why they lost was Kimpembe tax.
Deschamps.
Yeah, Deschamps and Kimpembe. So I have no idea how the heck Benzema is actually involved in any of this crap, man. So, look, I mean, like, why? What do you guys make of that, man?
I think Giroud's jealous.
Oh, for sure.
Bro,
For sure.
if I'm Giroud, I would give back that World Cup medal. Honestly,
if I'm Giroud, I just retire
goals.
quietly.
Oh no! I mean, look,
he's already second most top scorer, isn't he?
No. But look, put it this way: he did more than Stefan Kivash. I'll give him that.
But still, you like.
Who?
Come on, man! Just one goal is one goal too much to ask for?
Yeah. I know. No. Look, let me see. Giroud really shouldn't be. He especially after what France did in the Nations League. Giroud shouldn't really be saying anything. But look, I think that's why I can't pick France to win the World Cup, because they will always self-destruct. So look, man. Speaking of that, man, and this is our final topic, man. It's good to have you guys here, man. So, where are we at right now? 58-50. So, guys, I've got beef. And I'll tell you why I've got beef. I'll tell you exactly why I have beef, man. Because this is where people have to just chill. Okay, people just have to just chill with stuff, man. I'll tell you why I got beef, man. I got beef with this dude. I got beef with this dude right here. This is a dude who I think should relax, man.
Oh,
guys,
shit.
You see, Wenger, you still have a place. You still have a place in the world of football because of the Invincibles. Yes, they should have won the UCL. Yes, you should have won the 06 final and so forth. But you're still the only team to be undefeated in the Premier League, and that was an amazing team. And you played a pivotal role in giving us one of the finest strikers of all time in Thierry Henry. So, bro, you did your thing. You see, in Nigeria, we call this 2-0. Wenger, he's being 2-0, which means that you're trying to act like a smartass. You're trying to act like you know way too much than you truly do. The whole point of the World Cup being every 4 years adds to what makes it such a prestigious tournament, adds to what makes it so special. Because when something is so rare and happens so rarely, it gives it that whole special thing. Guys, it doesn't matter what those clowns say on Twitter, because see, you're dealing with kids who are not happy that their goats don't have that extremely sexy, beautiful looking trophy. So because the goats don't have that trophy, they want to say, well, it's really about the Champions League. Well, it's really about Ballon d'Ors. If you have 5 Ballon d'Ors and 6 Champions Leagues, that means you're the goats. Sorry. I'm sorry. I genuinely am sorry. But at the end of the day, it will always be about the WC. And what makes it special is, see, Champions League is still big, but Champions League is every year. So Champions League, if you mess up, better luck next year. Imagine if after Chelsea beats Bayern Munich in that final at the Allianz Arena, the Bayern has to now wait for 4 years. 4 years. That's it. For a long time. But Bayern were only had to wait for another year for them to now say, what's up, get back, and now get into the business. So that's the different dynamics. But you see, for Wenger, I don't give a crap about, this would be better for the players, this would be more streamlined. No. Now when I just get to you guys, I'm gonna come to what's gonna happen. What's eventually gonna happen. Not what I want to happen, but what is actually gonna happen. Because I can see the future. I'm Nostradamus. But in my view, the World Cup every 4 years maintains why this trophy is special and why it is so coveted. By you making this every 2 years, it would detract and take away from what makes this so special and why it is the zenith and the pinnacle of football. Osman, talk to me about Wenger trying to F up my World Cup.
Yeah, I think at this point, Wenger might be playing politics because he's so knee-deep in FIFA that he might have met some Qataris and they told him, watch your mouth.
So you think that he's being paid?
I think we're seeing a tether. You remember the movie Us?
Oh, yes.
I think we're seeing a tether. Wenger's in the upside down. And we're seeing Wenger.
So you're saying, you're pretty saying that he's pretty much being controlled.
I cannot confirm nor deny the statement.
Wow. Shout out to Football Hub member Bash, who says every 2 years isn't that bad, to be honest.
You're smoking crack.
Yes,
that's a terrible idea.
Yes, it is, because every 2 years it dilutes and detracts from the whole tournament. Again, let me explain to you. When something is so rare and doesn't happen that often, when it does happen, it's more special. That's the whole point. If you play in a tournament that's every 4 years and you win it, that means more than winning something every 2 years. Because you're like, man, the fact that I'm actually here in this tournament, I have to now capture this moment, because the moment is that much more special, because you don't know when next you're going to have this opportunity. There's some guys that have only been able to play one World Cup, whether it's through injuries, whether it's they've not really been good enough, or so forth. So you by saying, oh, no, every 2 years isn't that bad. No. It's horrible. Every 2 years is horrible, and it is the worst possible freaking idea, man. So, nah, man. No. So, Matt, talk to me. What your thoughts on this, bro?
You know, the 2014 World Cup is when I became a football fan. And
great World Cup, amazing World Cup.
Yeah, 7-1.
Yeah.
I watched it.
I made 7-1. The Germany.
I was 13 years old when watching it.
Bro, man, like that was a seminal.
No, HH. Can I just tell you? I went to the bathroom. I came back. They scored 2 goals, and I heard my brother screaming while I was in the bathroom. I was like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" I see it's 4-0. That's just fucked up,
bro.
dude.
Like that's like basically that is a where you moment. Like that Brazil Germany thing was because you know what I always say to myself. What if we had a live stream after that? So what if the football hut was the way it is now, but back in 20? So imagine the live stream straight after that game, bro. Imagine having a hangout straight after that game, bro. It would be incredible. Like imagine us reacting to. I told you it took me like an hour or two to actually do that post match because I had to dig out my '94 Brazil jersey to try and just say what the bro, man.
No, dude, it's like also obviously you know I'm a Barca fan, obviously, so I'm biased. Like I watched that final, and when I saw him, I'm not gonna say he bricked up the chance, but when he got unlucky with the 1v1 chance,
it's because it's funny because I saw it again because for me because I was like, wait, was it really that close from where I remember it? But then someone posted it on as a
I
think
Neuer would have saved it anyway, but you know, because he was on one that tournament, so I'm like, he was close.
If Messi connected like how he does, that goes bottom right.
Also, I did watch like the 3 straight finals, obviously. Is that me?
Oh no, sorry, it's husband. I've muted him. Go for it.
Yeah. I watched those 3 finals and like, I'm a Barca fan. Obviously, Messi is the objective goal for me is Maradona. Okay. But my goal for me is Messi, obviously, because like it's like I just grew up watching him. You grew up watching what was it, R9?
Ronaldo, yeah.
So that's just who he is to me, you know. But like, oh my God, Higuain, dude.
No. But my thing. So would you be bothered with a World Cup every 2 years?
Oh yes. Yes, because it doesn't add to like it would just take like the fun out of it for me.
Yeah,
I think the only reason why they're doing it is because you even said yourself, Ronaldo's only retiring through injury.
Yes,
and if they make this thing every 2 years, he's gonna win one eventually. You know that.
No, but I think they say that it's only going to come into effect after 2024 or 26.
Dude, do you know how good he is in shape right now? He could play until 2040, dude.
No. See, that's no. Like I said again, it's like my fear is I think Cristiano is gonna keep on playing until he wins. So basically, even if he can't move. So even if he's 50 years old and cannot even move, he's gonna keep on playing until they can win that freaking thing, man. I say England wants World Cup every 2 years. Mount, Foden, ESR, 3 World Cups by 35. English Times FC, you're smoking crack. I know that you want to support your boys and so forth, but 3 World Cups by age 35, you're on hardcore freaking cocaine. Your boy SB, man, thank you for the dub. SB says, is World Cup every 2 years FIFA's response to Super League? No, I think the World Cup every 2 years I think it might just be like a money thing. I feel that for FIFA, they're like, look, rather than make all this money every 4 years, we can make this money every 2 years. And maybe there may be some benefits with regards to it's being much more streamlined. Because maybe if you make it every 2 years, you can now generate a lot more excitement for people for it. But I just don't understand the need for it. 3 World Cup. No. Like the guy's on crack. When the guy's on crack.
Also, like, how was it? Like I'll be honest, like I do like the Champions League more personally, just because it happens, every year. It's more often. Yeah. But I will admit, objectively, the World Cup is bigger.
Yeah,
it's just for me, like, and it even proves it because I really did not start watching the sport until the World Cup.
Yeah,
that's how I got introduced to it. Because one of my first memories was obviously watching Messi run past to Di Maria, and that Switzerland game was.
Oh no, yeah,
that's one of my first memories.
Yeah, like my first memory is the '94 World Cup. My first big football memory was Baggio missing the penalty in the '94 World Cup final. So for a lot of people, their first big memory is the World Cup, and why is that? Because
Yeah.
When the World Cup comes, it's special. Like it's like
2014 was special because James Rodriguez goal against Uruguay.
Yeah, man. Like bro, like James Rodriguez,
Philip Lahm tackle on Marcelo. I remember
Marcelo,
watching that.
The freaking the Neuer game against Algeria.
Duran Mascherano's tackle as well.
And also,
Robin.
I know you're a Messi fan, and so I realize you're a Messi fan. But let's be real. Do you really believe Messi was the best player at that World Cup?
He was top 3. He wasn't one. For me, I would have voted for Philip Lahm personally. For me, Philip Lahm. When I saw that tackle, I was like, "Who is this guy?"
No.
Because I was surprised they didn't blow the whistle for the penalty because it was in Brazil.
Yeah.
Because I saw Marcelo go down, I was like, "It's a penalty," but then the ref was like,
for me, Lam was like Lam was on one man. Shout out to Football Hub member Sam MCI says, F Bartomeu, I swear he was a Real Madrid fan. I believe him and Perez are related. That's my thing. I'm saying about that. I believe that him and Perez are related. From your boy Chris says, the Messi World Cup next year, and I wouldn't care if it's held every 2 hours. See, Chris, you're smoking crack. You see, Chris, you're smoking crack. Okay, we don't want this thing every 2 years or every year. We're smoking crack.
No, I'm telling you, as long as that Portuguese guy doesn't win it, I can always use Dino, Maradona, and R9's World Cup just to hang that over him. That's the thing.
But as I said, this is what's always going to happen. The World Cup is going to become every 2 years eventually.
Yep.
Like, I'm saying what's going to happen, not what I want to happen. What is going to happen is the World Cup will eventually be every 2 years because football is becoming too global, it's becoming too famous, it's becoming too big, and you're going to now see a further dilution of the sport. So eventually, unfortunately, I'm sorry, as much as I hate it, it is not going to unfortunately be every 2 years, man. So it is what it is, man. So guys, look, man, that is all it's from me. I shout out to, obviously, I think Osman is out here, but shout out to your boy, Matt. Thank you for coming on, bringing on your expertise.
Yo, HH, I'm like, this past few years watching you, I never thought you and me were going to be one-on-one doing a video.
Oh, man, bro. Look, anything is possible.
I never thought I would have the balls to come on and actually have my say.
You know, you've been great, man. You've been superb, man. Because I always see you.
I'm not a big talker. That's why I'm very shy in real life.
Bro, that's why, this is even, bro. I tell you, I'm shy as well. People be thinking I'm shy, but I'm actually shy as well. But the beauty about this channel is that even if you're super shy, because this is open for anybody. So you can come here, be yourself, bro. Because this is like the best channel and best place for anybody because you can really be yourself. So if you're shy, come along, man. Because I don't give a damn. As long as you know football, you love football, and you have strong views, this is your home. This is your home. So guys, look, man. So tomorrow we're gonna do post match on Ireland against Portugal. Ronaldo doing his thing. My God, Ronaldo doing his thing.
Imagine if they don't make the World Cup.
Oh no! They will.
I mean,
I would love that, but look,
we want that to happen, but nothing good happens to us.
No, nothing good to happen. So, guys, man, peace out, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live show, Ireland, Portugal, Ronaldo. Peace.